Konnichiwa, bitches. Unstable creature here. Yes, and coming off the line with my part two. Shouldn't have said, but yes, I do my videos like that. It's not cut, snipped, or anything like that. So, without no further ado, yes, I was supposed to send these videos out yesterday, but I'm just gonna have to make do with my today because, of course, tomorrow will be our week 5 and getting ready to, I guess, um, stand in our truth, because right now we're 2-2, and the thing that I want to come back and just speak up on is a lot of stuff within the game that we also have to pay attention to that everybody just overlooked because everybody have their position as far as like on offense, defense, and whoop. Okay, today is a good day. Happy Saturday. I wrote me some notes. Okay, like to hear about it? Here you go. Not really. I ain't really. I ain't really, but yeah, trying to get a better structure. So first of all, what I do want to talk about is our quarterback. A lot of times I'll be looking like, do what it do. I am going to talk about again the difference because I do speak about the difference and what really just hit different. So um, the main thing is when I guess just coming and just playing. Because I said, like, some things are way more clear when we do see Minshew. But I be feeling like ever since Minshew stepped in, he hasn't been a threat. Okay, so certain when the pocket don't close in on him, because this is what I paid attention to. Ever since when I ever spoke about O'Connell being a threat and really being what we need because he's going to have that, ready to try different stuff off of what he's coming off of. It's nothing like he's, something like what the pros already stalling you. But that's where we step in, getting him off of the position or picking him up off of the, situation that he was in. So I felt like that would have been some good structure. You would have had people, you would have had him, trying and doing more stuff of what he know from that situation of making plays and just coming in and being pretty much more, headstrong in. I do mention it'd be like because of the difficulty when that pocket closed in on him and how he have to try to figure out any alternative to get out that and get that ball off. That is the difference. The difference is between Minshew. See, I like seeing O'Connell because it's not as I don't want to say as conventional and certain structure because that's what makes the ooh wow and all of that in the game. But to watch Minshew, and like I said, some things are more clearer, but it don't hit the same. Because if you watch it more clear, like I said before, if he, trust in the pocket, he sit in the pocket, then he's able to try to execute a little more because the pocket will give him more time. His line is looking out for him, catching anything that's coming in as a strike or anything like that. So looking at that and then seeing how he tried to maneuver out the pocket. Now I've seen him have a great pocket with protection, and then him step outside the pocket to try to create plays or do different stuff, and it just doesn't work out for him. I don't think that he knows how to create or knows how to. For him not to protect the pocket, he's not good outside the pocket. It's like paying attention to that because when the pocket does not close in like how it closed in with O'Connell. So looking at the pocket and seeing how the pocket kind of give him more time, it does not give the same vibe, you know what I mean, as something like that. So you have this opening in the pocket and then you choose to go outside the pocket and still can't execute some stuff. That is what it is. And the game, like week 3, when the pocket it didn't even close all the way in, it was coming close, you still ran into like your man's like 3 times. in different situations. So that's another thing. It's like, where is your mind at? Where you need to start paying attention. Don't just close your eyes and just run, because in week 3 you ran into your guy, then you trying to get out the pocket or trying to run for extra yards. You ran into the guy, you ran into another guy. It's like you get kind of uh, you just lose sight. And just like I said before, coming in, you might thought like, oh, certain people, or the protection isn't there, or you just looking at the pocket as you can get closed in or whatever, but you're not trusting too much. And it still says the same thing, because even when the pocket ain't closing in on your ass, you jumping out and doing your own thing, and it still isn't executing. That's the thing when I be like, with O'Connell. But it's good to see him step outside the pocket. Once he make it outside the pocket, the came because of how the pocket closed in on him. See, when you start saying that, oh, this is this, you don't have to look no further, and wooty woo, wooty woo, wooty woo. They're gonna start eating that quarterback up. And I, for one, have been stating like, okay, you're going to need something new. You're going to need this, and something that you probably have the structure, put your own oomph into, until, that person move on or do whatever the case they do, and leave that for somebody else to deal with certain structure or breaking down certain things. You know what I mean? Not to mention what you already taught that person and what they're going to bring to the team. So that's a lot to think of. And then, like I said, it's a difference. It really is a difference, and we really need to pay attention, because looking inside, if you're going to look at the quarterback, and we're looking at how they play, inside the pocket and outside the pocket, how we making plays, how we getting that ball down the field, and all this other stuff. That is a main thing. I'm not afraid of doing all being worried, because that comes within all the games. What I do and realize that it's okay for this, because that's part of the game. He have to move around, because when that pocket start closing in on him, he have to try to maneuver. And if he have to squeeze out and kick a leg and do all that, then that's what's necessary, okay? And I don't have no problem with that. Like I keep on saying, I may squiggle and squirm a little bit, but when it comes to that pocket, if he's trying to get out and try to get around, it's all good. But ain't nothing worse than seeing a clean ass pocket, somebody else step outside that clean ass pocket and fuck up and fuck up and fuck up. So we're going to move on from that. That's all I wanted to say. And again, even though this is not a place where I literally be speaking the stats of who got the ball, this and that, the score, and all of that shit, because we are getting to the stats is always going to be the stats. I don't even care if you don't even put up some good stats, okay? The stats is going to be there. What we need to do is correct the stats. So they're going to keep on going off of the stats. You see, even if you win the game, even with certain players, like I said, you're going to have your selected players. Those stats still, unless that person is still in the game, whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, it makes up the whole team, but at the same time, you got to pay attention to them stats, because them stats, even though it goes for like people that's people that pay attention to the game and people that don't give a fuck about a certain team, okay? But at the same time, we want to continue to catch, correct, and do better. Anytime we got the opportunity, anytime that we can, pay attention to where we are standing in certain situations. Because like I said, the stats is stats. And years before, when I started making this video, I already been stating that individual stats is fine when somebody come pick you up. But when it comes to a group stats and you being a team player and all of this other stuff, it also comes with because this is a team. This is not a single event, even though they tend to use your single stats against you so that you can't be maneuvered around the NFL. Now, I just want to move forward to the defense. Now, mind you, even with the little things that we be having going on, I don't care if we have like a little small slip up, a big slip up, whatever the case may be, defense catch, correct, and do better. I have not um, let up. As far as like on the defense, where we are, where we've been, and where we constantly trying to go. You know why? Because when it comes down to, even though offense make the play, defense, your defense got to be on point to get that ball back, to do all these things, because just like if their defense is better than ours, we can't get the ball back. You know how that shit goes. Y'all is men, okay? But at the same time, I feel like our defense is stepping up so much to the fact that you can clearly see how they're playing and then how they have a big effect on the offense. I feel like our offense is starting to look at our situation like a defense. You know what I mean? And start to play on a defensive end when it comes to those offensive line. So it's almost like that, and then having, like I said before, with the scorpion and those ants, correcting that body, let the body is sending those, those toxins, all of those signs to let you know that we're good. Just get your look, hold your stance, we're here for it, period. Okay. And I guess it's kind of great to see, because, like I said, I like the defense so much. I feel like our defense is so like this and that. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? Especially the players that we choose, whether they are new or old. It's almost like the older defense, even with the newer defense, the whole defensive line is really starting to get the picture, getting the understanding that you are greater than what they say. You are doing more than what they are putting out there, and that is what needs to be known, because the proof is in the pudding, okay? The proof is what you do, not what they say. Remember that. It is in you, not on you. Or it's not on you, it's in you, okay? Keep it pushing, because I feel like it is correcting the defense is starting to correct the whole thing. And I feel like if you guys could keep down a certain, like you have, but then you have these faulty as uh, uh, what is those refs and stuff? They call those funky ass plays. But I feel like you guys are really putting in the work and the effort, and you guys are really starting to look like a franchise defense. Period. Point blank. No excuses. No nothing. Now, last but not least, I do want to get on the fact that I'm just going to speak about certain rumors that I've been hearing, but don't really want to touch on, because I don't want to feel like it is true. Yeah, he can be traded by this time or whatever the time it is. So, um, Davante Adams, okay? And not only Davante Adams, because he's not the only player that is showing some type of absence, or, you know, letting his absence also be seen and recognized on the field. Except this last game, this 2-on-2, it actually put a lot of newer players, everybody that's being rotated, in a better perspective, because it looks like, you know what, whatever that you guys have been working on, and you guys have not only been working on yourselves but others, it is showing. That is a beautiful thing. But I am kind of upset. Let me, Adam, get out the seat, give you another one. Okay, nah, bro. You sit somewhere. I want to talk. Nah, bro. Why isn't this your home? Okay, this is not only just a home for you, it's a family home. It's like, ah. I know everybody, everybody in your family probably, is drawn to the Raiders, do this and do that. You want to stay, but I can't understand if the structure and what they're saying and trying to tell you and get you to stay isn't really hidden. We can't hold on to people that we are trying to put in a situation. You know what I mean? When we get players, and that player, we have to do get all their full potential. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't want to see you leave. Okay. It's so many people that, I can understand reaching for the stars, wanting something great, but you have to believe and trust in the certain situations and trust in the structure that you are the common denominator to, excel and exceed in certain situations other than just leaving. But like I said, contradiction. I can understand. Same thing with Max Crosby. If there's something else going on, I know that he's probably reaching for the stars, reaching for more, doing more, wanting more. So even though the main focus on the Raider rumor or rumors that's going around with the Raiders is Adam, but we don't see nothing really transpiring with Max Crosby, even though the same thing that happened in the third game where they came off, Max Crosby was part of that. This game, he never came out. Max Crosby was also a part of that. So I don't know if they shielding to try to make Adam look bad or, make Adam look bad, overshine Max Crosby, but it's still the same thing. You know what I mean? Because both of them was gone during the same time, during both of the games, during the same thing. So if you're going to look at one, look at the other, or woo-woo. I just say, may we continue to move forward. Whatever choices that everybody make, may it be you know what? Don't be mad at your choice. Give it to God. Continue to move forward, and everybody have a blessed day. Okay. Raiders, may we move forward. Raider. My neighbors do not like me.